Alright, here we are at the coop. Here are the little, sorry guys, here are the little velociraptors. Hey girls! Hey! Here, let's get your, move on. Let's get your food out. So these we still do not have the things for. I don't know how much. And all that dirt, it's dust really from them just being everywhere. But look, here they all are. Again, that's how they eat out of there. That's the pan that they keep their feet cool, but it's actually cool out here. Like, I'm almost tempted to turn the fans off tonight so they won't be cold. That's how they eat. So, there they are. And their pops, let's see if I can get some up close. See, this one doesn't have pops. Let's see. It seems like their pox are trying to get a little better, maybe. I don't rightly know. But they're all eating and they're all doing great. And that one that had the worst ones, I think it was her. She's doing pretty good. And they almost look like they might be trying to get parrot beak, that one. But I don't really know. Hey girls, I don't have anything today. Anyway, it looks like that's holding up great. Anyway, let's go out of here. I just love my chickens. How have I never had chickens before now? I don't know. But I wanted to start doing a little thing called chicken coop blessings. I know this sounds weird, but you know, if you've ever read the devotion Jesus Calling is so very good, and it seems like you're just spoken to every time you read it. It's dated not by year but just by the date, and it's so awesome because it's almost like every day it's something that applies to you. But like, it's sprinkling too, but like some days it's like he has just touched you and like, yeah, this was for you today, ma'am. So I was thinking about doing a chicken coop blessings type thing where I used that book and gave a little, maybe just a little devotion every now and then. We'll see how that goes. Let's look at the few things that I have left growing. It's supposed to be chives. I don't know if it's still chives or if that's grass, but yeah, who knows. This is a cucamelon, and it's looking like it's getting a little bigger, starting to run. And here is the lemon basil. Now the rest of these will be replanted, and I need to go check on my sweet potatoes. This is the garden. It's pretty much everything's gone. Pretty much those were where the tomatoes were, and you'll see little tomatoes, sprouts, and stuff like that. But we don't really. He's cut the grass right here, and we'll have to redo it soon. What is this trash right here? I haven't been in here in quite some time. Oh, my sweet potatoes are flowering. That's good. Okay, let me get out of the ant bin. That's a sweet potato. That's a sweet potato. That's a sweet potato. I think there's more up there too. But this is sweet potato. This is sweet potato. This is sweet potato, and it's flowering. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know anything about it. I just know that once it starts dying back, I think is when you are supposed to dig them up. We'll see about it. This all was fresh ground. Do you see? This grass is amazing to me. This is where the other side of where the cucumbers were. You can see a little lowly cucumber there that was left on there, and all the remnants of the plant. So yeah, that's it. And this is, well, there's still okra plants, but we're kind of, I need to get in there and pick it. I'm just kind of scared to in flip-flops. Hang on. Okay, I went in and got this little buddy because he was right there at the edge. This was where zucchini was, and at the end where the green beans we got 0 of, that's where the squash and tomatoes were. Squash plants are still hanging in there. They actually have seen what looked like a little squash. Yeah. But they're not any good, so I won't fool with them. But yeah, so the garden's come to an end for right now, and we'll start with these container gardens soon. These little doodads. Before long, they'll be running everywhere, and we'll have to get something to trellis. Come on, Weenie. Jake cut the grass, and our grass is so thick. Look at the difference between the cut and the uncut. And let me tell you, that's like a matter of days. Like very, very, very few days it gets that way. But anyway, but that's the difference. And it looks so much better when it's cut. And it already looks better around that garden. We just have to go in, cut the garden, and till it back up. Do you see right here? Sorry. Right there where that really green line is? That's where the garden ended. So that's where we'll end up doing, we'll till all that up because the ground is still fairly soft there. It's not hard enough to not just use a tiller. We're not going to have another disc session. I don't guess. I don't believe. See, in the midst of all the trash, these are barrels that are going to be used. This was that building we spent money on and it blew over. This is trash that needs to be hauled off. There's the girls inside the coop. So that's real life around here, guys. That's just the way life goes. And, well, real life, you know. I did want to tell you guys something. My carrots, my lettuces, and my greens have to wait because, look, it says 50 to 75 degrees is the ideal temp. And as of right now, at night it's 60 something, but it's heading up to 90 during the day, so I can't plant them now. But these beans will do good right now, and zucchini and squash will. So that's what I'm going to plant in the containers. These 2 cucumbers have to go to the chickens. This one and this one. Those are plants that those are pumpkins that aren't going to do anything this year. I've just failed at the garden this year, and that's okay. You know, failing at the garden doesn't mean that I have, like, our homesteading is a failure or, you know, it was all for nothing. Because we learned so much through everything that we've done this summer, this spring and summer, and I'm proud of it. You know, my garden wasn't a success in terms of being very fruitful and allowing me to can and put up storage wise, but I guess storage wise it was what? Sorry, it's Hattie. I don't know what you're saying.
You need to go look what I just saw.
Okay, give me just a minute. I'm coming. It wasn't, kids, it wasn't fruitful in the way of canning and stuff, but it was fruitful in wisdom. And we learned so much, and we know what we need to do to our soil now. We are planning on doing it. We can actually, because I am a very, very much so a hands-on learner. So when I say I need to do it to figure out how to do it, I'm meaning like I needed to plant that garden to figure out the right ways to do it and the right things to do. And they won't all be a success, and that's okay too. I needed to get chickens to figure out how to raise chickens. And my daddy was like, why don't you buy some from somebody that, that are fixing to lay or already laying? And that would have been fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But I wanted to start from scratch. I wanted to do chicks so that I would have that experience. And now I know a lot about them because I've had 3 batches. Not that that's a lot, but I've had 3 batches of chickens that have all had an issue. And turn that off, baby. That's weird light. And they have all had an issue, but it gave me something to learn. And that's what the whole point of homesteading and farming or starting it is. That's the whole point. And that's why I'm doing this OutSchool thing. Like, I want to further our homestead. We want to do rabbits and goats and pigs and cows and the whole 9 yards. We want to do that kind of stuff, but it's a learning process. And with each thing that we get, I think we will learn a little bit more, like that we can take to the next animal, if that makes sense. Like, we've learned a lot about chickens, so therefore we can take the types of things we've learned with chickens and not necessarily... And not necessarily apply it to rabbits because they're not the same, but just go about things differently than if you didn't have any farm animals. I don't know how to explain that the way I'm thinking it, but there it is. That's why I'm doing the OutSchool, so I can, I'm jumping in head first, just doing it, just to share my experiences and share what I've learned, because learning through a book is great, but if you're like me, learning through experience stays with you. It's not just you don't just memorize something, you actually learn it because you have to apply it, type deal. So that's what I hope to bring to OutSchool, is just being able to learn something that you can apply. So anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoy these videos. I hope that you share them because they will help somebody. And like I said, there will be new things coming and changing to this channel, and they're all going to be exciting. So I wish you'd stick around, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you know when we put up another one. We'll talk to you later. Bye.